Welcome to our guide on mastering wildlife photography. Today, we embark on a journey into the heart of the wild, where patience and perseverance reward us with breathtaking glimpses of nature's beauty. We'll share some essential tips and tricks to help you capture stunning images of wildlife. So, ready your cameras and let us step into the world of wildlife photography. Light, the very essence of life, is the paintbrush of a wildlife photographer. The way it dances across a bird's feathers or illuminates a tiger's stripes can make or break your image. The warm glow of dawn and the soft hues of dusk offer magical opportunities. This is known as the golden hour, a time when the low angle of the sun casts a warm, ethereal glow. Midday, however, often presents harsh shadows, but do not despair. Even under the midday sun, look for diffused light filtering through foliage, creating a soft, almost magical illumination. In the wild, time moves at a different pace. Patience is not just a virtue, it is an absolute necessity. Rushing will only lead to missed opportunities. Find a comfortable spot, settle in and observe. Animals have their own rhythms, their own patterns of behavior. By taking the time to truly see them, you can anticipate their actions. A well-timed shot captures not just an image, but a story, a fleeting moment frozen in time. To truly capture the essence of your subject, sometimes you need to be up close and personal, or at least give that impression. This is where the telephoto lens becomes an indispensable tool. These lenses allow you to bridge vast distances, bringing you closer to the action without disturbing the animal's natural behavior. A 70 to 200 mm lens is a good starting point, but for smaller creatures or those further away, a 100 to 400 mm or even longer lens can be invaluable. To anticipate an animal's next move, you must first understand its behavior. Spend time observing the creatures you wish to photograph. Learn their habits, their routines, their social interactions. Does a certain bird always return to the same branch? Does a pride of lions favor a particular watering hole? This knowledge allows you to position yourself in the best spot, ready to capture that perfect moment when it unfolds. As wildlife photographers, we are not just observers, we are ambassadors for the natural world. Our actions can have a profound impact on the animals we photograph. Always prioritize their well-being over a perfect shot. Keep a respectful distance. Never bait or lure animals. Let them behave naturally, without interference. Remember, we are guests in their home. It is our responsibility to tread lightly, to minimize our impact, and to leave nothing but footprints behind. GAP 3S. In this chapter, we explore advanced techniques in wildlife photography. From mastering the art of camouflage to using drones for aerial shots, these tips will take your skills to the next level. Stay tuned as we dive into these exciting methods. Camouflage is not just about blending in, it's about becoming a part of the environment. Use natural elements like leaves and branches to break up your outline. Wear muted colors that match your surroundings. The goal is to move unnoticed, allowing you to capture intimate, undisturbed moments. Drones offer a unique perspective, giving you a bird's-eye view of the landscape. When using drones, always follow local regulations and ensure you are not disturbing the wildlife. Start with wide-angle shots to capture the grandeur of the habitat, then zoom in for more detailed images. Another advanced technique is utilizing remote cameras. Set up your camera near animal trails or water sources and control it from a distance. This allows you to capture candid moments without being physically present, reducing any potential stress on the animals. Finally, consider experimenting with different times of day. Early mornings and late afternoons offer the best lighting conditions and increased animal activity. Be patient and ready to adapt to changing circumstances. With these advanced techniques, you can elevate your wildlife photography to new heights. Remember, the key is to always respect the natural world and the creatures. Post-processing is a crucial step in wildlife photography. In this chapter, we'll cover essential editing techniques to enhance your images. Learn how to adjust exposure, contrast, and color balance to bring out the best in your photos. Let's get started. First, let's talk about exposure. Often, wildlife photography involves challenging lighting conditions. Use tools like the histogram to ensure your highlights and shadows are well balanced. Adjust the exposure to bring out the details in both the dark and light areas of your photo. Next, focus on contrast. Increasing the contrast can add depth and dimension to your images, making the subject stand out more vividly against the background. Be careful not to overdo it, as too much contrast can lead to loss of detail. Color balance is another essential aspect of post-processing. Wildlife photos often benefit from a natural, vibrant color palette. Use the white balance tool to correct any color casts and bring the true colors of nature to life. Adjust the saturation and vibrance to enhance the colors without making them look unnatural. Sharpening is also important to bring out the fine details in your photos. Use the sharpening tool to enhance the textures such as fur and feathers, but avoid over-sharpening, which can introduce noise and artifacts. Finally, consider cropping your images to improve composition. A well-cropped photo can draw the viewer's eye directly to the subject and eliminate any distractions. Use the rule of thirds or other compositional guidelines to create a balanced and engaging image. With these post-processing techniques, you can elevate your wildlife photos to a professional level. Remember, the goal of editing is to enhance the natural beauty of your images, not to alter them beyond recognition. Happy editing! Choosing the right gear can make a significant difference in your wildlife photography. In this chapter, we'll discuss the best cameras, lenses, and accessories for capturing stunning wildlife images. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, these recommendations will help you make informed decisions. First, let's talk about cameras. For wildlife photography, a camera with a fast autofocus system and a high frame rate is essential. Look for models that offer a good balance between image quality and speed. Mirrorless cameras are becoming increasingly popular due to their lightweight design and advanced features. Next, consider the lenses. A telephoto lens is a must-have for capturing distant subjects without disturbing them. Lenses with focal lengths of 300 mm or more are ideal for wildlife photography. Additionally, lenses with wide apertures such as f2, 8 or f4 allow for better performance in low-light conditions and create beautiful background blur. Accessories can also enhance your wildlife photography experience. A sturdy tripod is invaluable for keeping your camera steady, especially when using heavy telephoto lenses. Look for tripods that are lightweight yet robust, making them easy to carry on long hikes. Don't forget about camera bags and protective gear. A well-padded camera bag can keep your equipment safe while you're on the move. Consider weather-resistant bags if you often shoot in challenging conditions. Lens hoods and filters can also protect your lenses from glare, dust, and scratches. With the right gear, you'll be well equipped to capture the beauty of the natural world. Remember, the best camera is the one you have with you, so make sure your gear is always ready for your next adventure. Ethics in wildlife photography is paramount. In this chapter, we'll delve deeper into the principles of ethical photography. Learn how to respect wildlife, minimize your impact, and promote conservation through your work. Join us as we explore these important guidelines. Firstly, respecting wildlife means keeping a safe distance. Never approach animals too closely or disturb their natural behaviors. Use a telephoto lens to observe and capture images without intruding on their space. Secondly, minimize your impact on the environment. Stick to designated paths and avoid trampling on vegetation. Leave no trace behind. Take all your belongings and any litter with you. Thirdly, promote conservation through your work. Use your photographs to raise awareness about the beauty and fragility of wildlife and their habitats. Share stories that inspire others to protect and preserve the natural world. Remember, ethical wildlife photography is not just about the images you capture, but the respect and care you show for the subjects and their environment. Your actions can make a difference. Let's ensure that our passion for photography helps safeguard the wonders of the wild for future generations. Every photograph tells a story. In this chapter, we'll explore how to create compelling narratives through your wildlife images. From capturing emotions to showcasing the beauty of nature, learn how to tell powerful stories with your camera. Let's embark on this storytelling journey together. When you're out in the wild, look for moments that convey a deeper meaning. Whether it's the protective stance of a mother elephant or the playful antics of a group of otters, these instances can evoke powerful emotions in your audience. Pay attention to the lighting and composition. A well-lit scene with a thoughtful composition can bring out the essence of your subject, making your story even more captivating. Use natural light to highlight the textures and colors that make your subject unique. Don't be afraid to experiment with different angles and perspectives. Sometimes a low-angle shot can make a small animal appear majestic, while a high-angle shot can offer a different context to the scene. Changing your perspective can add layers to your narrative. Remember, the background and setting are just as important as the subject. A lion in the savannah tells a different story than a lion in the forest. The environment can provide context and enhance the story you're trying to tell. Lastly, think about the sequence of your shots. A series of images showing a predator stalking its prey, the chase, and finally the capture can tell a dynamic and thrilling story. Sequences can help build anticipation and keep your audience engaged. So, the next time you're out with your camera, think beyond the frame. Aim to capture the essence and emotion of your subjects and let your images tell stories that resonate with your audience. Wildlife photography comes with its own set of challenges. In this chapter, we'll discuss common obstacles and how to overcome them. From dealing with harsh weather conditions to finding elusive animals, these tips will help you navigate the wild with confidence. First, let's talk about weather. The elements can be unpredictable and sometimes they won't be in your favor. Always check the forecast before heading out. Pack weather-appropriate gear, including waterproof covers for your camera and layers of clothing to keep you warm or cool. Remember, some of the most dramatic and beautiful shots can be captured in challenging weather, like a bird taking flight against a stormy sky or a deer emerging from the mist. Next, finding elusive animals can be a test of patience and perseverance. Research the habitats and behaviors of your target species. This knowledge will help you predict where and when they might appear. Early mornings and late afternoons are often the best times to spot wildlife, as many animals are more active during these periods. When you're out in the field, move slowly and quietly. Sudden movements and loud noises can scare away your subjects. Use natural cover like bushes and trees to blend into the environment. Sometimes staying in one spot and letting the animals come to you can be more effective than constantly moving around. Another common challenge is low light conditions. Early mornings, late evenings, and dense forests can limit the available light. Use a tripod to stabilize your camera and allow for longer exposure times. Adjust your camera settings to higher ISO levels to capture more light, but be mindful of the noise that can come with higher ISO. Post-processing can help reduce this noise and enhance your images. Lastly, dealing with large crowds in popular wildlife spots can be frustrating. Try to visit less-known areas or go during off-peak times to avoid the crowds. Patience and respect for fellow photographers and wildlife enthusiasts are key. By preparing for these challenges and staying adaptable, you can turn obstacles into opportunities. In this chapter, we'll share inspiring success stories from renowned wildlife photographers. Learn from their experiences, challenges, and triumphs. These stories will motivate you to keep exploring and capturing the beauty of the natural world. Let's start with the story of Jane Goodall, who not only captured stunning images of chimpanzees but also revolutionized our understanding of these incredible creatures. Her patience, dedication, and respect for the animals she studied allowed her to capture moments that were both scientifically significant and visually breathtaking. Next, we have the remarkable journey of Paul Nicklin, a National Geographic photographer known for his powerful images of polar regions. Facing extreme cold, treacherous ice, and elusive wildlife, Paul's perseverance led to some of the most iconic images of the Arctic and Antarctic. His work not only showcases the beauty of these remote places, but also highlights the urgent need for their conservation. Then there's Ami Vitale, whose work has taken her to some of the most conflict-ridden areas of the world. Through her lens, Ami has shown us the resilience of both people and wildlife. Her story reminds us that wildlife photography can be a powerful tool for change, inspiring us to protect our planet and its inhabitants. Finally, we can't forget the legendary Ansel Adams, whose black and white photographs of American wilderness areas have become timeless masterpieces. Despite the technological limitations of his time, Adams's meticulous attention to detail and passion for nature resulted in images that continue to inspire generations of photographers. These photographers faced numerous challenges, from harsh environments to elusive subjects, but their unwavering passion and commitment led them to create extraordinary works of art. Their stories remind us that every photograph is a journey and every challenge is an opportunity to capture something truly unique. So when you find yourself struggling in the field, remember these stories. Let them inspire you to keep pushing your boundaries, to stay patient and to embrace the wild with an open heart and a curious mind. Your own success story is waiting to be written, one frame at a time. In this chapter, we'll discuss the benefits of connecting with fellow photographers. Wildlife photography can often feel like a solitary pursuit, but joining a community can enrich your experience in countless ways. First, there's the power of shared knowledge. By connecting with other photographers, you gain access to a wealth of tips, tricks, and techniques that can elevate your skills. Whether it's through online forums, social media groups, or local clubs, these interactions can provide valuable insights that you might not find in books or tutorials. Being part of a community also means having a support network. Wildlife photography can be challenging, with long hours, unpredictable subjects, and sometimes harsh conditions. Having a group of like-minded individuals to share your triumphs and frustrations with can be incredibly motivating. They can offer encouragement when you're feeling down and celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Additionally, participating in photography contests and exhibitions can push you to improve your craft. These events not only provide opportunities for recognition and feedback, but also allow you to see the work of others, sparking new ideas and inspiration. Moreover, many wildlife photography communities are involved in conservation efforts. By joining these groups, you can contribute to important causes and make a difference. Sharing your images can raise awareness about wildlife and environmental issues, turning your passion into a force for good. So don't hesitate to reach out and connect. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting, there's always something new to learn and someone new to inspire you. Join the wildlife photography community and watch your passion and skills soar to new heights. As we conclude our guide, we want to leave you with some final thoughts and encouragement. Remember, wildlife photography is a journey filled with learning and discovery. Each shot you take is a step towards mastering the art, and every moment spent in nature is an opportunity to connect with the world around you. It's important to stay patient. Wildlife photography often requires waiting for the perfect moment, but that wait is part of what makes capturing that moment so rewarding. Don't get discouraged by the challenges. Instead, see them as opportunities to grow and improve. Always respect the natural world. The subjects of your photographs are living beings, and their well-being should always come first. By practicing ethical photography, you not only protect the wildlife, but also ensure that future generations can enjoy these incredible creatures. Keep exploring. The world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered, and your camera is a powerful tool to capture and share those wonders. Whether you're in a distant wilderness or your own backyard, there's always something new to see and photograph. Happy photographing. Let your passion guide you, and let your lens tell the stories of the wild. Thanks for watching. We hope these tips help you on your wildlife photography journey. Remember, the most important equipment is not your camera, but your passion, your patience, and your respect for the natural world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more photography tips and tricks. And